Welcome back. In the previous part, we did the rounds here in the village, and there seems to be something going on. The animals seem to be reacting to something. They're getting a bit more aggressive. As to why? Don't know. But it does feel like something's gonna be happening soon here. So anyway, let's think things through in our room. I think we've got enough info at this point. I'm sure we could dig up some more info, but we can call it here if we want. End the investigation. September 7th, 6:20 p.m. So to recap, Ada's unit stayed at this inn 10 days ago. Then they left the next day, and everyone except Ada hasn't been back since. But Ada herself has been spotted a couple of times now. Last sighting being 2 days ago. What's more, she's only been seen at night. Yeah, that about covers what we know. Guess it's possible that she's working separately from the rest of her unit. But why would she do that? I just can't make heads or tails of it. Me neither. We sometimes split up during ops, but it's generally not a good call. Though even if she did put her unit on standby, why would she send herself out on the field? Why not a scout? No matter how you slice it, a Jaeger commander doing basic reconnaissance is weird as hell. Oh, and speaking of weird crap, what was with all the junk she was buying? I mean her bulk order of wiring? Yes, that was certainly strange, yeah. Almost feels like it's something she'd want for a trap. But I'm not sure there. And the mysteries don't end there. We now know that they haven't come back for food since they left. Yeah, no one saw Ada get some grub either. Not to mention something was really off about all those wolves. They were acting real funny in both fights, especially the second one. Good to know I wasn't the only one who thought of that. They looked like they were in a daze. No, scratch that. They looked downright petrified. I'm thinking they were driven by fear. Huh. You may be onto something there. What exactly could they have been so fearful of? The Jaegers? And their traps, maybe? That's all I'm thinking right now. That's the question, isn't it? They could have just been scared of some other tough monsters, but maybe there are more sinister forces at work here. Or whatever the answer, I'm more convinced than ever that Ada's unit is somewhere near Creel. There are so many good spots left for setting up camp around here. Yeah, like the hills from earlier, or the forest on the other side of the buckwheat fields. There's also a place further upstream. It still doesn't answer the question of how they're getting food, though. Can't picture them strolling up to a farm and stealing crops. Heck no, they would never stoop so low. Not unless they were extremely hungry. It'd be much easier for them to just buy the food from the village. It's not as though they're wanting for Mira, right? Yeah, the cost of food is chump change compared to weapons and ammo. And they don't gotta break the bank to afford a 10-day stay here either. That's why I'm thinking there's gotta be something more to this, some answer that's staring us in the face. Something that'll force a flock of top-ranking Jaegers from their nest and into hiding for 10 days straight. And something that'll make the commander come to the village at night all by herself. It feels like we're so close to solving this mystery, but we're still missing the critical pieces to this puzzle. Yeah, it just feels like we're missing one key detail somewhere. There's clearly something else here, but what? And we can't crack the case without him. Which means we gotta do some more. Oh, dinner must... Get away from the door! What? What's going on?
Sharp as always, Arkwright. And I can tell one of your companions is quick on the uptake.
Exclamation. Who's that? You gotta be shitting me. The hell are you doing here?
Good to see you too.
Hello.
Nice job fixing up that truck of yours. It looks brand spanking new.
Yeah, no thanks to you, arsehole. Walter.
Hey there, girlies. The name's Walter.
Indeed.
My good old pal Arkwright and I go way back. He helped me out with a job once.
It's a pleasure to meet you then. My name is Agnes, and I'm his... Keep away from him, Agnes. Ferry?
Well, this is a surprise. Never thought I'd run into a Kruger kid here. You ain't got much muscle to flex, but your eyes are sharp as a hawk's. But I take back what I said about you being quick on the uptake. If you think you can come at me with a toy gun, then you're in for a world of hurt.
I mean, it's not a toy, mate. Hey. Who is he? Quit scaring the girls, direwolf. That's my client you're threatening. Now, for the record, this is our room. You can't just barge in and act like you own the place. I'm only gonna ask you this one last time. What the hell are you doing here? Indeed. Oh, I'm just here on a little business trip. I arrived in the village just a moment ago. And imagine my surprise when I see a familiar truck at the entrance. I figured I'd swing by and say, "Alright, how you doing, mate? I still owe you an apology, so I thought I'd smooth things over and ask you to take on another." Let me stop you right there. I am never taking a job from you again. Why? What's the worst that could happen with Walter? Frankly, I don't give two shits about what brought you here. Now get the hell out of our room. Damn, Arkwright. Why you gotta be like that? I thought you took jobs from anyone. So why are you giving me the cold shoulder? 'Cause you're an arsehole. Oh, and you can forget about that apology. I got my replacement, so we're square. Being square and going back to square one ain't the same thing. You not only burned this bridge, you demolished it. Literally. Literally. Pups like you are a rare breed. I think I'll keep hounding you until you change your mind, or until I wear you down. Whichever comes first. Oh, and as for what I came here for, I'm looking for a wild mutt who's been let off his leash. A guy with mint green hair. Ring any bells? Oh. I'll take that silence as a yes. So he is in the village then. I won't confirm or deny. I'm curious though. Why are you after him? Oh, we're just playing a little game of hide and seek, that's all. I'm not in any rush though. I think I'll chill here for tonight. I'll stay out of your hair, but remember, I'm always happy to lend a helping hand. Just throwing it out there. Get out. Well, there's Walter, everyone. Phew. Oh dear, you okay? Cuddy, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. That was just really intense. Who was that guy, Van? He was terrifying. You're better off not knowing. Yeah. And that goes double for you, Agnes. I'm guessing he's another person from the criminal underworld? In a way, yeah. He's got the bite to back up his bark, so steer clear of him. I don't envy that self-proclaimed bohemian. He must be in some deep shit if he's the direwolf's next prey. If that guy knows what's good for him, he'll drop everything and run for the hills. I'd probably turn tail if I was in his shoes. I'm staying far away from that bloodthirsty bloodhound. Ditto. I'm beginning to wonder if that guy really is a bohemian. Yeah, there's more to that, obviously. Alright. It's almost 7, which means dinner should be ready by now. The food ought to help us take our mind off that jackass. He's probably drinking himself under the table as we speak, but we could just ignore him. I'll treat you all to some ice cream galettes with caramel sauce. Ooh, a dessert today keeps the bastards at bay. It's the name of the game, everyone. 1 SP. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Ice cream and crepes. Could be good. September 7th, 8:02 p.m. The food was wonderful. It looked it, but I think I would have enjoyed it more if I wasn't so uneasy. I just zeroed in on my food and put everything else out of my mind. Which is probably not something a Kruger warrior should be bragging about. Well, I'm sure the chef would be thrilled that you enjoyed their cooking so much. Nothing wrong with getting the most out of your meals. Eating good food is one of life's finest pleasures. Those galates were out of this world. Anyway, now that we've all calmed down, we should get back to business. So we know that Ada's shown up at night multiple times. This is a prime opportunity to ask people about that. Heck, if we're lucky, we might run into the woman herself. That'd be great. I imagine most people have gone home, but there's sure to be a few who are out and about. Both the residents and the visitors might have some useful information for us. Yes. Right, so the rounds again. Like it's a case of like, yeah, people probably won't be out and about. Like, there's not going to be many people. It's like, there seems to be more out at night than there was during the day. Seems to be, anyway. So we'll save the red exclamations for now. Let's go have a word with Walter. Oh well, you're the last person I thought I'd bump into on my little errand run. I mean, likewise, mate. Don't tell me you're still hung up over that now. You never change, do you? Shut your filthy mouth. You laid your hands on my baby girl and you chucked her like she was a damn chew toy. Why am I even trying to lecture you anyway? You wouldn't get it. All you do is break shit. Oh, untwist your panties already. Besides, I'm pretty sure you caught a glimpse of my own prized possession earlier. Now tell me, would such a terrible person take such good care of it, But don't think for a second that you're some saint now. You never know what that truck meant to me. My lovely truck! Okay. Well, at any rate, I'm not here to dig up old wounds. Why make enemies out of allies? It's your choice to be butthurt about it. Alright. The villagers have been chatting with me, asking if I'm a new hire. Makes them sad when I explain it, but they've been encouraging me too. It's been a while since someone said something nice to me. Aww. Maybe this is my chance to start over. Start living smartly instead of racking up debts. Maybe. I help serve meals over at the village hall. It's a relief to see them adjusting well and settling in spite of everything. I can't help but feel like we're missing somebody though, somebody big. Maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me. That guy in the shades, he sticks out like a real sore thumb. I could tell he's no average Joe just by the way he drinks. It's like he has a stranglehold on the room, even more than the typical Jaeger does. But well, I gotta treat him like any other customer, for now. If he's buying, I'm selling. Well. Right, I'll give you a few moments. Why do you think I just laughed? Just give you a few moments. Like, there's a really funny thing right now. Like, give you a moment. It's Van. Out there. Outside the window. Is just staring in. Like, I'm not going in there. No, I'll stay outside. No, I'm not going in. I'm just going to peer through the window. It just looks so silly. I was just like, no, I'm not coming in. I'm not coming in. There's someone in there. Like, no. I don't want to. I'm going to stay out here. Like, no. You can get a really good angle there where it's like just peering through. Anyway, we're just now hitting peak hours, despite all the commotion earlier in the day. Those passengers don't hold a candle to the usual suspects we get in the evening. It's kind of funny. Dad heaps praise on me for holding down the fort when it's busy, but he doesn't bat an eye at how well I handle the rowdy irregulars. Don't know if he just expects that out of me, or if he's easier on them because they're all his age. That van just disappeared. Yeah, figures the barflies are buzzing tonight. They always rile themselves up whenever something happens during the day. Now I can still keep a handle on them, of course. Alright. Are you okay out there, Van? I'm just peering through the window. Anyway. I like to think I'm well travelled, but out here, I'm picking up on a lot of things I never gave much thought in the city. The farmers swear by fresh produce. They say it does wonders for your health. I then met an older man who could use that advice, or some supplements. It's interesting to hear that their takes on healthy living. Perhaps this was what the bartender meant by making connections. Mayhaps. My children are right proud of their home. My daughter most of all. She wears the cloth well for certain. Brings a tear to our old man's eye. Now my son, can call it conjecture, but I see the stars in his future. Yeah, I'm starting to sound like that old friend of mine fawning over his kids for moons on end. Perhaps that's just what us old codgers like to do. Live vicariously through our children and punish any poor soul who lends an ear. Oh my. And he's a shrinking violet, I tell you. But she really puts a smile on my face. My wife was giving me a hard time the other day. And you know what Annie did? She stepped up to bat for me. That was the happiest I felt all year. Love her to death, the kid. You can imagine my wife's pretty headstrong herself. Takes a stubborn one to put up with me. Kent took after us for sure. Kid's always getting his nose in stuff. But Annie, my sweet little angel, she's just perfect. Where'd she get that from, I wonder? Oh dear. I'm grateful to the villagers for welcoming us for the night. It's incredibly kind of them. I live in Altair and I visit Crossbell quite often. But this village has a certain charm I've never experienced before. It's nothing like the hustle and bustle of the city. I feel at ease here. I'm looking forward to Remeferia, but kind of glad we ended up stopping here. Yes. Yes. Looks like you made it inside Van at one point, yeah. I think when we heard the door open. Woof? Whimper? Oh, whimper. Alright. I remember hearing this story about a hunter who took down some freakishly huge monster out east. Sounds overblown though, probably just an urban legend. Reminds me of the stories I used to read as a kid. Those really got my heart racing, my young heart racing. I haven't been able to go out to my usual fishing spot ever since it was stolen. But you know, I got to experience a lot of things you just can't find back in the city. And I found some good spots here too. I don't mind the time I spent one bit. Maybe I'll come back with friends sometime. Well, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Okay. Meow? Meow. He wants to play too. Alright, I'll play with you for a bit. But don't make any worry like that again, okay? Meow. Meow indeed. Ooh, still more with the kitty. Meow. That was it, okay. Lashkar wanted to play too. But Mummy said not right now. I don't get it. Can we play with him tomorrow then? Now, Kent, give me some space, okay? Lashkar's really coming to his own. I see a dependable young man in his future. He's been talking about how he wants to be a bracer when he grows up. I bet he'd get along well with Annie. She's a smart cookie herself. They're so proud of their kids.
Alrighty.
Annie is a bit apprehensive. I think she gets that from me, but Kent is her polar opposite. I have no idea who he takes after. Well, I do have an idea, being honest, but Gonzalez is still a good man. I understand Kent looking up to him. So I can just see how the dynamics work. He's really grabbed my attention. I feel like if I take my eyes off him, he'll vanish into thin air. You don't see many mysterious types like him around this village. He's very intriguing. The capital and its townsfolk are just full of suspense. Suspense? I heard from Ran that Kana's doing the shopping runs for her job now. She might even head out to some big city for college. I know it's part of a job, but man, it makes me jealous that she gets to go out to the city so much. Alright, you two. Thank you so much for helping me find Nero, Lashkar. No problem, I mean, of course. It's all in a day's work for a bracer trainee. I'm just glad Nero's okay. I don't like seeing you so sad. It makes me sad too. Aw, thanks, Lashkar. I know you'll be a bracer someday. You're so kind and strong. Well, thanks. Now I want to be a bracer even more. Oh, just wanted to ask. Do you want to maybe go to the capital sometime? Together, I mean? I just want to see the main guild branch there. You can tag along and we can, tour around? Well, if you'd let me, then yeah. Bet it'd be really fun seeing the capital together. Phew, man, why am I getting so nervous over this? Gotta make sure I'm worthy of her, and that means becoming a strong bracer she can rely on. I'm sure of it. Knowing is half the battle, and I think I've got it all figured out. Good luck, mate. I can always count on Lashkar. I'm excited to go to the capital with him. But I wonder why he won't play with me in Kent anymore. Growing up. Just growing up. Oh, what can I get you? We're closing soon, just a heads up. Honestly, I'd really rather my grandpa closed the shop earlier in the day. But he's a stubborn old codger. It's his way or the highway, and his way is we're open late. Things were smoother when my parents were here. We've got to jump through hoops a bit when it's just us two. Oh. He wants me to settle down with a woman too, but really, who's got time? My grandson's always telling me that I should stay open late, so... but sometimes you get good customers at night, like that beauty you stopped by just a bit ago. Besides, I can still run the shop, so what's the harm in running it late? Ain't no one gonna tell old fucking how to run his shop, no sir. Okay, anything new at night? Assuming not. No. Very well.
So long.
So long. That said, it does stretch me a bit thin sometimes. There's only so much we can do, just the two of us. It was a lot easier back when my son and his wife were here to split up the workload. I just wish my grandson would find himself a good lady. That'd put me at ease. Oh my. Alright, who else we got around then at this hour? Because we want to stay away from the red dots. This point, dots? No, red triangles. I'm sure Goddard knows his stuff. I just don't know about Kana going out shopping so much. I mean, I get real-world experience is important and all, but she's my one and only girl. Can't help but worry, you know? Of course. She said she wants to go out to Basil. She wants to visit Longlai, too, see the Eastern art out there. Those places are worlds away from here. I know Goddard's all gung-ho about it. He wants her to get some experience under her belt. Randy's a real worrywart sometimes. Personally, I think we should just trust Kana's judgment. Our little girl is growing up. If she wants to leave the nest already, that's her choice. I think going out and seeing what the world has to offer will do wonders for her.
Well,
It did take me a while to accept that in truth. I wish she could have talked to us about it first. Indeed. My little brother, Lashkar, he wants to be a bracer when he grows up. Really? I didn't notice. I don't think it's really about being a bracer, though. We get the idea from our interactions. Makes me proud as his sister that he wants to help people like that. I joined the faith for similar reasons myself. Feels like it's gratifying to be a source of strength and goodwill for the village. He shares that passion with me. Makes me happy to have him as my brother. I found Lashkar talking with one of his friends just a moment ago, indeed. And goodness has he grown in my time away. Now that I'm back home, I can watch him grow up for myself together with the goddess. Oh yes, the goddess, of course, of course. Hello, sir. Today was not your ordinary day for you. I'm just relieved that Mayor Wen was able to smooth things over with the passengers. By the time I thought about lending out some of the chapel's rooms, he'd already arranged things with the meeting hall instead. He's still sharp as ever. Thanks to him and Goddard, the whole debacle should pass within the next day or two. Watching everyone band together to figure out a solution like that, it makes me proud to serve here, even if it's just my assignment. Oh, Goddess, I pray again for the safety of these good villagers and the travelers they invited into their homes. All right then. Ah! The door got me. It got me. I still like they go with the same theme in the chapels and the churches and stuff. Alright, so what's going on here then? I was just talking with the officer about what we should do. No one was at fault for the accident, but nonetheless, the passengers' itineraries are a bit disrupted. Ideally, I'd like to get back on the road and get them through customs by noon tomorrow. We're finally making some progress here, now that it's looking like the bus will be back on the road tomorrow. But we're not out of the woods yet. The night is plenty dangerous, and we're not in great shape here as is. The monsters, though, I think we'll have a bracer down here soon to handle those. I wonder what bracer will turn up if that's the case. I'm hoping for a certain one with Walter around, you know. There's not much I can do about bracers as the one officer out here. I know the top brass doesn't like them sticking their noses in our business, but I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth, personally. Indeed. Ah, you caught me just as I was closing. Was there something you need? You can be my last customer for the day. I'm willing to bet most big city shops would just boot you out. They're all business and no personality, aren't they? I wouldn't go that far. I'm in no rush. Take what time you need. I don't have much to do back home, so there's nothing waiting on me. Oh, very well. Right, so what we got around then? 2 key events. Well, what I think we'll do is we'll actually end this part here then, and we'll see about the key events. Starting with the one in the Orbital factory. Ta-da for now.